Everything good for Khalil Mack, who's got a lot of former teams now. He can ball out against the Bears, be like, my former team. He did it against the Raiders. We're going to give the damn okay to the new Charger. 3 sacks, a forced fumble, his second most sacks ever in a game. He did have 5 back with the Raiders in 2015. So they remember that game. They're like, here's this guy again. We never should have traded him. The Chargers won a close game. Raiders kept it close. Give some credit to Derek Carr trying to get that relationship with Davante Adams right away. But the Chargers pulling out a close win, something that they haven't necessarily done in the past.
No, definitely. And I think that's where you get into the pass rush tandem they have. That's where they're going to come into play here. They're closers. That's why you want those type of guys. That's why you see, the Raiders went out and got Chandler Jones, right, to be opposite of Max Crosby. The NFL, as we've talked about so much, is set up for the fourth quarter for the quarterback to take over right now. Well, how do you combat that? It's island corners are not going to really get it done. The coordinators, receivers are too talented to just think, we got Deion Sanders over here and he can cover everybody. Okay, maybe Deion can, but that's like, the greatest corner in the history of football. So so what's the next move? All right, we just got to get guys that can get after the quarterback. We got to have some depth and some fresh bodies and some studs who can get there, and that's the approach they're taking. And they have a good look about their football team. Herbert is unbelievable. I mean, he's an absolute machine. And as you've heard me say before, he's the best pure in-the-pocket passer in the game. When the pocket is clean and there is somebody open or barely open, Justin Herbert hits the bullseye every time, right? Now, he might not be the best of, I'm on my back foot, or I got to throw a sidearm, or when I get outside the pocket, watch out here, right? He's dangerous, don't get me wrong. I just don't put him in Mahomes or Josh Allen's class when it gets to that.
Right.
But when things are clean and he's got a little place to step into the ball, forget about it. He's going to hit the bullseye every freaking time, and that's how he started off the football game. I still worry about them not being able to run the football. I think that was a little bit of an issue there, too. That's why they were kind of controlling the game, and you let the Raiders back in because they just can't stay on the field and couldn't stress the Raiders' defense out that way. But all in all, I do like the look of the Chargers. Losing Keenan Allen was big after, the second drive of the game, maybe third drive of the game, somewhere in there.
Hamstring.
Yeah,
he was holding his hamstring at least.
I know. Yeah, it was hamstring. I think they officially said that. As
concerning, but he spread it around, did Justin Herbert after that. So maybe the same thing you're talking about with Tyreek Hill. I think he had 2 or more targets to 9 different players.
He did.
Is that what I saw?
Gerald Everett's talented. DeAndre Carter's a guy that's I mean, he's.
Where was Mike Williams? I kept looking.
He did not have a big day. 2 catches, 10 yards. Yeah, it was not one of those big play down the field type of days for the Chargers. It was more efficient. A lot of great 10 and 15-yard throws. The defense made some plays. Derek Carr, their offensive line, little bit of an issue. He threw 3 interceptions. 2 of them really. Only one of them cost them a little bit, I should say.
The one at the end of the first half, I think that was a huge turning point. 1 minute left in the half.
Was that the Drew Tranquill one?
Drew Tranquill
that was.
Got it. And
no
then,
doubt.
And then the Chargers still had to do some work, but 23-yard touchdown to DeAndre Carter.
That was the interception that was the big one of the game. You're exactly right. I was just going there. He had the other one too, Samuel, where he underthrew Davante Adams, where again, they had a little momentum, and it seemed like they were, about to drive and move the ball down the field, and he had him. They had the right play call. He just didn't throw it out there far enough, and Asante Samuel did a good job of going to get that one. But, the Raiders, I still think are going to be dangerous. I do. I don't know how, other than the pass rushers, I don't know how talented they are on the defensive side of the ball. I do question that, and I do worry about their offensive line a little bit. Mm-hmm. I do. I don't think it's that great of a group there, especially for what Josh McDaniels wants to do. So I could see, a lot of games being like this for them this year. Carr puts up big numbers. Waller puts up good numbers. Adams puts up big numbers. But don't have, 3 guys aren't going to win you games every week. To me, there's just still a few players and some depth on their team that's missing as compared to the Chargers, at least.
If you were worried about how Derek Carr would team up with his old friend from college, Davante Adams, 17 targets, 10 catches, 141 yards. He was targeted on 46% of his passes. So I was looking at the air yards. He had 58% of the air yards in the game.
Yeah.
Intended air yards.
Yeah.
Third most in the NFL behind A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. Last year had 35% with Aaron Rodgers, and we thought that was a lot. We thought he looked for him almost every other play. Tripod 2X says, I thought the Derek Carr, Devontae Adams connection was going to be overblown. I was wrong.
Yeah. No, don't get it messed up here. No, like, Devontae Adams is made for Josh McDaniels' offense. He's made for it. McDaniels is a master in attacking defenses in the pass game, and he's a master in teaching the receivers how to run the route appropriately against the coverage, right? Hey, I know we all want to run a 20-yard crossing route a certain way. McDaniels has ways of, if it's man-to-man, I want it like this. If it's cover 3, I want it like this. If it's cover 2. And these little nuances are, when I got with him, I was like, damn, guy's open every time when we do it that way in this coverage. Like every time. And in other offenses I was in the past, I would go, he'll never be open. That's just not going to work. Oh, wait, you told him to, straight stem it up the field and push inside a little bit more, and now it's wide open every time. McDaniels is a master at that stuff. And then Adams, of course, is a master at running the routes, and he's coachable. So he listens and goes, damn, okay, that makes sense. I'll do that. And then, it's not a mistake. Wes Welker caught 97,000 balls, and Julian Edelman caught 97,000 balls in New England with Josh McDaniels. And then you couple that with the Gronk thing, which is now Darren Waller. Like, he's going to play mind games with defenses. Oh, here's Devontae Adams underneath running some intricate route. Oh, you doubled him and squeezed on him, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Darren Waller down the middle wide open. He's going to play games with people that way, and we saw a little bit of that yesterday.
Yeah. Pete confirms it is squozed.
Squozed
is the proper way to say it. And Hunter Renfrow didn't even feature really in this game. 3 catches, 21 yards. You figure he'll have some games where he will be like some of those guys that you mentioned.
You make them defend something, right? Ride it. You ride Devontae Adams until now the next week you go, okay, they're f***ing doubling him every play. Now this is where Hunter Renfrow comes into play. But don't just call plays for Hunter Renfrow because, we got to get Hunter the ball. You go with your studs until somebody takes it away. And that's what I love about Josh. Josh is going to be like, oh, wait, he had 44 catches in this game? So what? You didn't stop him. So what? I saw him do that one year with Brandon Marshall when on the Broncos. Brandon Marshall had 22 receptions in a game when we played the Colts one year. In 2009 when I was there, he had 22 receptions in a game and dropped like 2 or 3 more.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was, he was just like, well, they're not going to defend him. He's our best player. They're not going to do anything special. I'm going to keep calling these plays, and he'll do that until you take it away.
J.C. Jackson did not play for the Chargers in this one too, and their
They'll
defense still looked good.
Yeah.
So that was an impressive win for the Chargers over their division rival.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.